Good morning, children. Today I will explain to you the chapter, rather it's a poem called Wind, written by Subramania Bharati. Now, as we all know that Subramania Bharati is a great Tamil poet and is famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. He has taken this poem, it has been translated from the Tamil by A.K. Ramanujam. And A.K. Ramanujam is a Kannada and English poet well known for his translation of classical and modern poetry. So let's begin with the poem Wind by Subramaniam Bharati. It has been taken from the book Beehive. First, let me start reading the poem. The wind blows strongly and causes a lot of destruction. How can we make friends with it? So, we all know when a terrible wind blows, what happens? Basically, there is total destruction, there is havoc, there is chaos all around. And over here, so the poet is asking us, putting us a question to us, saying that when the wind blows very dangerously and there is a destruction all around, how can we make such a wind a friend of ours? So now I start reading the poem. The first stanza. Wind, come slowly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters. Crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives. Crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. So what is the poet first telling the wind to do? First of all, the poet is telling the wind to come softly. To come softly. Why? Because the wind is blowing terribly. So there's a request on the part of the poet that wind, please come softly. Next it says, don't break the shutters of the windows. So there are many things that the wind is doing because it has come in a destructive form. The wind has come in a destructive form. So firstly, the wind is breaking the shutters of the windows. Secondly, it is scattering the paper. Next, it is throwing down the books on the shelf. The books on the shelf. Then tearing the pages. Tearing the pages. Next, it is bringing rain. Next, I'll do it on this side. I believe you can all see it. Next, it is making fun-loving of the weak people. Next, it is breaking everything. The houses, the doors, the rafters. I will just tell you the meaning of the word rafters. Wood, bodies, lives, hearts. Okay, so you can see over here a set of things that the destructive wind is doing. What is the destructive wind doing? It is breaking the shutters of the window. It is tearing the papers. It is throwing down the books from the shelf. It is tearing the pages also. It is bringing rain. It is very fun loving. It is making fun of the poor people, the weak people, and it is crumbling. You will see this word crumbling all around. The word crumbling has been repeatedly been told. So crumbling means breaking down. Crumbling means breaking down. And it is breaking down what? The houses, the doors, the rafters, the wood, the bodies, the life, and the hearts. Obviously. Why the heart? You cannot break a heart like this. But when a heart breaks when something wrong happens to us, something unusual thing happens to us. So what is the unusual thing that the wind is doing to us? It is breaking down everything. It is breaking down everything. There is total destruction all around because of the destructive wind. Okay? So now, we are now going to the second stanza. I am wrapping the boat. Give me a few seconds time. Because it's a new paragraph and I need to explain in a new way. So now, let me read the poem first. The poem says, he won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. So over here, the poet has come to a conclusion saying, if we cannot stop the wind from this destruction, we must find a new way of protecting ourselves. And how is that possible? He's first and foremost, he says, the wind is not listening to us. Fine. We cannot sit back. If the wind is not listening, we have to look for some other ways of making him listen or to fight against this problem. So the poet firstly says, let us build a new home. Let us build a new home. Secondly, the poet says, we can repair the doors. We can make the doors firm. Next, we should make our body also firm. We should make our body also firm. We should make our heart strong. We should make our heart strong. And so what is the wind doing when the wind blows very terribly? If we are strong, this poem has a message to give. And what is the message? I will let you know afterwards. First, let me explain the poem to you. So what is the wind doing? It is blowing out the fire. It is blowing out the fire. So, till here we have told you few things. Number one, the poet has a solution to the problem. Firstly, he says, let's build our homes in a new way, in a stronger way. Next, he says, if the wind is blowing, breaking down the doors, let's make a firm door. Thirdly, let's make a body firm. We should fight against this. We should have the capability to fight against this problem. Next, our heart should be strong. If the problem do come, many problems comes in our life, but we should know how to make our heart strong. And what is the wind doing? The wind is blowing out the fire because the fire over here is weak. So what lesson are we getting from this chapter? We are getting the lesson, the problems will come in our life, today or tomorrow. The problems may come in small shape, sometimes come in larger shape. In every situation, we should face our problem boldly. If we make ourselves mentally and physically strong, then no disasters can harm us. No natural calamities can harm us. This is what the poet wants to tell us. This is the message of the poem, that whatever may come in our life, no problem. We should know the way, the technique of solving it out. If we are mentally and physically weak, anybody can come and harm us. Similarly, the fire is weak, so the wind is blowing it off. But the fire which is strong, the wind does not have the capacity to blow it off. It is not possible for the wind to blow it off. Similarly, if we are strong enough to fight our problems, nobody, whosoever that person is, whatsoever that thing is, will not be able to break us down. So the message of this poem is, we should be strong. That is the main purpose of our life. And in the last few lines, the poet says, he makes strong fires roar and flourish, which I already explained to you. And then his friendship is good. We praise him every day. So wind, we enjoy wind. Similarly, there are few people in our life whom we may not like, but we are friends. We are good to that person. And we praise him every day. We praise the wind every day. When the wind blows, now even if the wind is blowing, we are praising the wind. But that doesn't mean that when it blows very hardly, if it blows very strongly, we should know how to face that situation. We should know how to fight it out. This is what the poet is trying to tell us, that we must solve our own problems in a bolder and a bolder way. I believe you have understood the poem. Read the poem once over again at home to get a clear picture